I'm going to call this video right here, If Tupac Shakur is alive, then why? Let's get into some of this straight game.
Yeah. Blackjack. Life is like a game of cards. It's not what you dealt, but how you play it. To play each situation correctly. I remember they used to laugh at a brother.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. It's your boy DELRAY, Richardson, platinum artist, platinum songwriter, Straight Game TV. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your time. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button notification. Also, tell a friend. And if this is your first time watching the channel, please do subscribe. But more importantly, if you want to be one of the first people notified when I drop some of this straight game, please do me a favor and hit the bell notification right below this video. I'm going to get right into it. I was approached the other day, or basically through a DM, and somebody asked me about a young man by the name of Akil. I believe you spell his name A-K-I-L, right? And they were saying, they were asking me, is this Tupac? And it really made me laugh. And then I watched some of the videos, you know, that the young man had did, and he was claiming to be Tupac. And I was like, wow. This is gone a little bit too far. You know, you got people who claiming to be Tupac, talking about his bottom teeth look like Tupac, and so on and so forth, right? I was like, this is amazing. This is actually amazing. And so what I want to say is, and that spawned me to do this video, if you will, I want to call this video, If Tupac is alive, then why? You say, what do you mean? I'm going to give you the first one. If Tupac was alive, let's not even deal with this guy, Akil or whatever his name is. You know, we know that that's totally 100% not Tupac Shakur, period. If you believe that, then that's your problem. That's what you want to do. And it's okay with me that you believe that. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to argue with you about that. But Tupac Shakur, the Tupac Shakur that I know and knew, and that did All Eyes on Me, and all of the other records, movies, and things like that, he's deceased, and may he rest in peace. But if Tupac was alive, then why? If Tupac was alive, then why would he be letting his sister, Sechua Shakur, sue Tom Whalley in court over his estate, in which Tom Whalley is alleged to have embezzled $5 million? If Tupac was alive, the Tupac that I know, I don't know the one that you probably haven't never met, or you've seen videos and listened to interviews and came up with your own thing as to who he was and so on and so forth, and I respect that, but I knew him personally. Why would Tupac allow his sister to go through that if Tupac was alive? You understand what I'm saying? See, and then I go into this. If Tupac was alive, right? We just recently heard the news that Sechua's father, Mutulu Shakur, allegedly, I don't know how true it is, but I've heard, has life-threatening cancer. And I'm going to ask you this, and I'm serious. If Tupac was alive, then why hasn't he spoken out in reference to his stepfather, right? If Tupac was alive, why hasn't he spoken out in reference to him being free? Why didn't Tupac come out when Obama was president and asked Obama, like Snoop asked Trump, to give Matulu a pardon, like Trump gave Harry O a pardon, because Snoop spoke out for that. Why, if Tupac is alive, why hasn't Tupac done that? Or perhaps go to Joe Biden and ask Joe Biden if Tupac is alive. You see, if Tupac is alive, then why hasn't Tupac, or should I say, why didn't Tupac attend his mother's funeral? See, these are questions that sensible, reasonable, intelligent people can answer, right? So I don't expect everybody to be able to answer this honestly and without bias and without their feelings in the way, but just being realistic about it. If Tupac was alive, why didn't he attend his mother's funeral? If Tupac was alive, why would Tupac let his mother put Tom Wiley as the executor of his estate when Tupac could have came out and did that himself? Right? He wouldn't have needed that. But before he would have did that, he would have attended his mother's funeral. You would agree, correct? Correct. Once again, if Tupac was alive, then why didn't Tupac come out when they said that Tupac was with Faith Evans and Tupac allegedly was rude to her? And tell me this, if Tupac was still alive, then why didn't Tupac come out and speak up when Faith Evans wrote her book in regards to him allegedly owing her $25,000 for a song that she said that she didn't even record with Tupac when she knew that she did? Why didn't Tupac come out and say that was a lie and give us all of the details that I gave you? When they met, when they went back to the Peninsula Hotel, Tupac would just let her come out and smear him like that? You know that not to be true based on the fact that he wrote Hit 'Em Up. So if Tupac was alive, why would he allow Faith Evans to come out and speak that untruth and smear and besmirch his name in such a manner, knowing that he was only trying to help her out? If Tupac was alive, why wouldn't he come out and speak against that? If Tupac was alive, do you think that Tupac would allow T-Pain and all of these other 50 and 75 other rappers come out and say that they were the next him? You know how Tupac was, if you knew him. I mean, you can basically see that through the music and how passionate he was about him saying that, Biggie copied his style, right? Talking about Jay-Z, Mobb Deep, Lil' Kim on Hit 'Em Up. All of the people that, it was hip hop that he was, so-called getting at. Do you think that Tupac would allow these rappers today to come out and say that they're the next him if he was still alive? You got to be honest now. So at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, why would you want Tupac to be alive if Tupac couldn't do the things that he loved to do, act, rap, community activism, all of the things that he had planned to do. So I ask you this, if Tupac was alive, how come he did not follow through with the community centers that he said he was going to try to build in every city, dealing with the rappers, right? He said that in the Venice Beach interview, right? He was going to try to plan community centers, dealing with the youth in the ghetto, and to try to get them on track and so on. If Tupac was alive, why hasn't he done that? That was something that he was passionate about. So basically what you're telling me is Tupac is alive, living in Cuba, living in Spain, living somewhere where they're going to say he's at next week, right? And Tupac is not doing none of the things that he loved to do. But yet, you believe that Tupac is alive. And not only that, but Tupac is alive, not going to his mother's funeral, letting his sister go through this strife with his estate, not speaking up for Matulu having cancer, and all of these things. Y'all need to stop it. It's okay to talk about the music, to talk about the legacy, to talk about all of that, but to say that Tupac Shakur is alive, not only do you make yourself look bad, right? But you make us not believe you. You and who you are. And you make us believe that something's wrong with you. No, seriously. I understand in wanting somebody to be alive because you like them and you care for them and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, if Tupac didn't go to his mother's funeral, if Tupac hasn't come and consoled his sister through this difficult time, if Tupac has not spoken out in favor of Matulu Shakur, somebody who helped raise him and somebody whose last name he carries, though he's not his real father, then you need to stop it. Your boy DELRAY, straight gang.